Muy buenas canallas, soy Narco9R y continuamos de este juego que dejamos la última vez, se llama Premonition. Empezamos con la segunda parte. Vinimos de aquí, de este bosque. Para quien no lo sepa, dejaré el vídeo de la siguiente parte. Y bueno, teníamos que avanzar hacia la fecha, el mapa y continuar lo que pasa. Aquí había una estrellita, un valor de estos que vimos antiguamente, que lo he cogido antes haciendo pruebas. Y ahora continuemos. Parece que quiere andando hasta allí y parece un paseíto bastante largo. Mira, otro de honor. Bien. Greenvale, ese es por lo que tenemos que llegar a Greenvale. Y se hace eterno, madre mía. Tun 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 tun. Tun 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 tun. Un vídeo. Aliviarme ligeramente, madre mía, una comida y un donut ahora. Jamona.
Now you were very late.
Mini Wyatt. Gente de sheriff. Malo.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
FBI Special Agent, Francis York Morgan.
Especial jamón York.
Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York?
Good, that's good. Are you the sheriff?
No, I'm Deputy Sheriff Emily Wyatt. George.
Eres una segundona rubia.
He went looking
Nunca
for
seas sheriff porque eres rubia.
Should be back soon.
Que lo sepas.
I see.
If you don't mind me asking, did you walk all the way here?
My car broke down, that's all.
Madre mía, qué tangada de agua, es malísimo.
She's easy on the eyes. Definitely worth a trip to the primitive world.
By the way, don't mention anything about what happened back there. She'll think you're a psycho.
Un poco loco estás hablando solo, chaval.
Welcome to Greenvale. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
Parece machete, tío.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Could you tell me why the FBI is so interested in a small-town homicide?
Let's just say it's a personal interest in killers of young women. I'm always looking for new sample cases to help me with my profiling.
Both our superiors have cleared this with each other. You can remain in command.
El protagonista está muy loco, es un locazo,
Do you?
No. No problem. Just want to set things straight. Our small town has its share of problems. I'm the one fixing them one by one and maintaining peace and order. You can have your profiling sample, but I need you to understand that.
Of course. Of course.
¿Te ha quedado claro, chaval?
George, I had a little accident with my car. Could you send someone to take care of it? Oh, and my clothes and luggage are still inside.
All right. Don't worry.
Tú mandas pero me haces de chacha.
I'll get
Eso
my
es lo que
assistant
quería
Thomas
decirle.
to take care of it. Do you need anything else?
Thanks. That'll be all. Well then, I think I'll rest up first at the hotel. Then I'll join you on your investigation.
Don't know how to say that. We really don't need your help. Unlike some of your corrupt city police officers, I play it by the book. I hope you'll come to appreciate that, Agent Morgan.
Lo que le ha dicho.
And we'll handle the investigation. You just think of this as a vacation. Take it easy. Enjoy the nature here. You don't have to be a tree worshiper to appreciate the wildlife here.
Esto muy verde, no me gusta.
Zach, let's reassess the situation. There are no cavemen here. We're as far forward as the Middle Ages, and we've just met the king.
Estás muy loco, tío, hablando solo. Me da más grimilla esto que todo el juego. Hostia, no digas que era el prólogo. Pues podía haberlo acabado de esa manera. Bueno, en fin, no pasa nada. Todo transcurrido, 9 días totales. Días totales 1. Perfecto. Un 60 pavos, yo los quiero. ¿Quién quiere? Bueno, guardemos.
Previously during the investigation. These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
Mira, si podéis verlo.
You'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Los que no vieron pueden ver lo que pasó con esto.
I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
El café de ayer. Estás muy loco, tío, de verdad.
It's broken. I've been using that one for a long time.
Why don't you get it repaired? This TV is important to you, right?
Es un pederasta,
Got
chaval.
some memories attached to it.
Es
Sure.
pederasta de los pequeños buenos.
I used to watch movies on this thing with your grandma all the time.
Grandma liked movies?
Of course she did. Everyone loves movies, right?
I love movies too. I've never been to a movie theater though.
Que no tiene infancia esta niña si no quedó al cine. Episodio 1, primer día de la investigación. Ángel Isaac. A ver, ¿qué es esto? Oh, que mucho mal rollo los niños estos, de verdad. Ajá, ¿esto para qué es? Donut. Coger objeto, los donuts. Qué rico, yo me comía uno ahora mismo. Acabo de cenar, pero tengo hambre y me lo comería, realmente. Porque es por donde estoy supuestamente, lo tenemos por aquí. Abrir. Un pasillo hermoso. Qué ruido más falso, madre mía.
York.
Jamón York, jamón York. Es un podrío.
Don't breathe. Hold your breath. They can't see you if you hold your breath.
Si te bajas no te ven, normal, estás muerto.
Like this. Cover your mouth.
Pero ¿por qué me ha pillado? ¿Se ha petado la respiración? Apretó el left control y no me ha dejado. ¿Y esto? Madre mía. Que buguear algo, tío, se ha petado el control. Left control y no me lo ha hecho, tío. Qué timada, ¿eh? Estas cosas me dan mucha rabia. Hacemos de nuevo, venga. Y ya no puedo saltarme el vídeo porque es un Quick Time Event.
York. Hurry.
Así lo puedo saltar, perfecto.
Cover your mouth.
Mejor. Ah, vale, tengo que mantenerlo apretado, no solo apretarlo, vale. Vale, empieza por ahí, chico. Que mantenerlo apretado. Eso no te lo dicen, ¿eh? Están engañados, te trolean los de este juego. Parece que tengan la lepra estos pavos, Míralos. Dale un besito, anda papi, dale un besito. Feo un rato es el pavo, ¿Y no se ahoga o qué? Sí que igual tiene aire este hombre. ¿Y cómo es un pederasta? ¿Va con todos los niños? Sí, que da mal rollete. Botiquín pequeño, recupera cantidad de salud. Hombre, si no sería un botiquín. Me se levanta empalmado, míralo, míralo. Que bien se levanta la gente en los juegos, ¿no? Yo no me levanto con esa cara de felicidad. Yo madrugo y estoy cagándome en la puta, de verdad. Pero mucho.
Zach, the symbolism in my dreams continues to intensify. A forest
Hay
of
más
red
gameplay de
trees,
vídeo que
a carpet,
de jugar.
red
Me vais a
leaves,
matar a este paso.
strange
Lo sé.
doll,
Pero
and
quiero dejarlo
twin
todo para que lo
angels.
veáis y no puedo, tío.
But that child is what bothers
Estoy
me
rayando
most.
hasta yo.
I swear I've seen him before. I just can't remember where.
En fin, ya veremos qué sale de aquí.
Well, it'll probably come back to me eventually. For now, we need coffee.
Pues nada, por un cafelico.
Let's head to the cafeteria, Zach.
Vamos a la cafetería, Zach.
I hope they have some real coffee. I really need some coffee. Then we can head to the sheriff's office. There's a proper procedure for everything, right, Zach?
¿Qué es ese ruido? Vale, esto es la caja de herramientas. Esto para guardar. Para dormir. Cambiarse de ropa. Hostia, puedes cambiar de ropa, es genial. A ver, por aquí. Tengo que ir para allá, perfecto. Por aquí. Es típico, entras a una habitación y te viene un pavo tocando la
Good
guitarra. Es
morning,
genial.
Mr. Morgan. Your breakfast is ready for you.
Es la señorita Rottenmeier, tío. Es una mezcla entre eso y la señorita Doubtfire. Polly Oxford, propietaria del hotel. Como yo, no señora, ya va a cuidar de un
Thank you,
hotel.
Mrs.
Polly Oxford. Just Polly is fine.
Well then. Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Para acá, que te voy a dar de comer.
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, it's delicious, Polly.
Todo está delicioso,
My
Polly.
compliments to the chef.
I'm hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's
Normal.
that?
Es otra vieja violadora, tío.
The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must be hard by yourself.
Oh my. we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel
¿Cómo
by
cambia de tema? La
yourself.
abuela, voy a hacer yo lo
Oh, yes,
mismo.
I
Voy a dejar de
suppose.
contestar a Peña diciendo, me he quedado sin
I
pimienta.
could
Es
just
muy
live on
épico.
my pension. But I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
That's nice. Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little closer.
Está tirando la
my,
caña la abuela.
Mr.
Genial.
Morgan, you're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too
El protagonista es un loco
And
psicópata
I still
pederasta y
love
encima le tira la
my
caña a las
departed
abuelas.
husband. May
Muy
God
épico el
rest
juego.
his soul. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space.
Eso que no está duchado,
Now
su
tell
guarro.
me, that wound on your face, what happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Se me tiró el rockero la abuela.
I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
Say, Polly, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see. You might know this already, but the town is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often, but it's a nice place, surrounded with nature. It was a big and prospering lumber town until
Es como Silent Hill, pero de otro universo, es muy raro.
We used to have a population of over 6,000 people. Less than a tenth of them left now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those days.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back then. I suppose the clock on the community center is quite famous too.
The clock?
Oh yes, it's lovely.
It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time. You'll hear it many times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound.
¿Ves? Como las campanas de Silent Hill. Este juego es como Silent
I
Hill.
look forward to hearing it then.
Anything
Todo lo
else
malo.
you'd like to know about?
No quiero saber nada más que quiero jugar.
Well, Mr. Morgan, I'd better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though, I am very particular about my coffee. The very best you have, please.
Y encima
I
pidón.
understand.
Psicópata.
I'll be right back with it.
Esto es lo de Harry Potter versión café.
Did you see that, Zach?
Ahora saldrá una vieja diciendo el Grim.
Clear as a
El
crystal spring morning.
Grim.
F
Y ya está.
K in the coffee. I
Como
knew
una
it.
F en una calle, en un café, en
Never fails.
píxeles, tío. Es muy raro.
Now then, let's get going.
Pues marcha. Bueno, ahí había esto de aquí. No sé los indicadores que me parece que son la comida y el cansancio. Esto es para tomar más café. Y nos vamos a ir de aquí, vamos a avanzar. Porque no he jugado apenas y se va a hacer un gameplay muy largo. Y se hace cansado hasta para mí. Así que vamos a irnos. Madre mía. Poco dinero me han dado, quiero más dinero. Si vamos a guardar si una vez acaba esto. Ay. Si puedo jugamos viendo una vez que no sea todo vídeo. Y seguimos con los vídeos.
A police car.
Pues nada, de 9 a 5.
So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach?
Vamos a dar una
Let's take it
vueltecita
for a
con el
spin.
coche.
I have to tell you, Zach, this place simply amazes me. The keys were left on the front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values.
Que lo va a rolar, si es un pueblo de mierda.
This town has what the country needs. Values.
Bueno, va de
Let's head
Capitán
over to the
América el
sheriff's
tío.
department.
Qué chungo. Bueno. No tengo ni idea de cómo va. Hay que una bengala. No. Vale, me he bajado del coche. Mal. No quiero bajarme del coche.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
We're supposed to go through Anna Graham's file at the sheriff's office, but if you want to act on a hunch, then I'm with you.
Estos son los faros. No, otra vez me he vuelto a salir. Joder. A ver cómo se cambia la cámara. No sé cómo se hace. Ah, sí. Lo grande Fauto. Atropellar gente es lo mejor. Bueno, se conduce muy mal en este juego. Muy mal. ¡Casi vuelco! ¡Casi vuelco! ¿Habrá gente para atropellar con el Grand Theft Auto? Sería genial que se pudiera hacer. Seguro que después habrá que arreglarlo. Yo tengo mucho dinero.
So, Zach, about those bonus features in DVDs nowadays.
You know, the ones from the 80s have
Yeah!
no bonus material.
Madre mía, soy un
Even if they
temerario.
do, it's a trailer and the visual quality is pretty bad. Well, that visual quality is a good reminder
Aquí
of
tiene
those days.
intermitentes.
So many new audio and visual appliances were coming out back then.
Qué lío. Se conduce muy mal este
Do you
juego.
remember the first video deck
Conducción
we bought?
penosa, lo
We bought
recomiendo
it to
que
record one of the
utilicéis
Star
un
Wars
mando.
movies on TV. And remember when that video store opened, we spent hours there.
Andando por la
Trying to
derecha,
find a good movie
sin
to rent.
carné.
There weren't that many to choose from.
Soy la
back
puta
then.
pasma, hago lo que me sale
I
de los
remember renting
cojones.
some really bad ones after reading those back cover taglines. Hey, remember?
Y me he
Attack
cargado
of
el
the Killer
coche.
Tomatoes.
Sí, es genial.
Filmed in 1978. Produced,
La cosa no.
directed, written and edited
Pero
by
conducir,
John DeBello.
El pavo muy bien no
Really
conducía,
awful,
¿eh? Uy, había
Some
12
of this
carreras
I
con el
still
Grand Theft
remember
Auto,
pretty
genial.
well. It had so
Pero
many
vamos al juego, que lo
sequels, and
importante-
The original was re-released in 95. The 87-minute-long theatrical release
Toma ya,
bumped up
toma
to a
ya.
whopping 90 minutes.
Zach, we're here. Let's continue our chat later.
Mira, ese hombre habla con su cabeza solo, está como que muy enfermo. Y vamos a meter a un psicópata dentro de una comisaría, muy heavy.
That's one fine building for such a small town. The exterior woodwork is spectacular. Don't you agree, Zach?
Es una forma como de halagar a los creadores del juego de que han hecho unas texturas malísimas. Es muy heavy. Había un zombie. Ahora es un poli y se va durmiendo. Ay, corre como un
Pleasure to meet you, Agent
bujarra.
Morgan. We've been expecting you.
Madre mía.
I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please just call me York. It's what everyone else calls me.
Very well then, Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for retrieving my belongings from my car. Thanks.
Oh, no, just doing my job. I
Tienes que hacer trabajos,
I
cabrón.
want to help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first really big case I've ever seen.
I understand. Just try to relax. Can I have a look at Anna's file now?
Yes, of course. The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room, but I've lost the key to the cabinet where the files are. Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay. Let me know when things are ready.
¿Por qué no la buscas tú, sobago? Esa manera de
Zach,
correr,
Thomas
madre
appears
mía.
to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
Pues son videojuegos, tío. Supongo que es para guardar porque es un teléfono. Sigamos de exploración, hay que ir. Aquí. Esto es la cocina. Ajá. El toma este. No consigo encontrar la llave, ¿qué hago? El sheriff se va a enfadar. Tiene un llavero de una ardilla voladora americana. Y si es una ardilla, yo que sé, española, no puede ser, ¿no? ¿Esto qué hace? Accionar. Rellenar archivadores vacíos. No, en una sala de archivo. Pues nada. Encontré una llave con una ardilla. Voladora americana tiene que ser. Esto es para salir, así que no quiero. No me deja entrar. Mira, aquí hay algo. Hoy te dan pelas por mirar la tele. El sueño de todo humano. ¿Qué se me está haciendo eterno? No van a encontrar las llaves. Eso, número 4, George. A ver qué pasa. A ver.
George, do you work out every day?
Of course, Agent Morgan. Exercise keeps
Y
me
yo me encuentro un
healthy.
hombre que me habla de
I haven't
espaldas
missed a
haciendo
day
eso y
since
salgo
I
corriendo.
started in high
Eso
school.
es que le ha dejado el
That's
compañero gay,
impressive.
la ha dejado finito, ¿sabes?
Remind me to get more exercise, Zach.
But I can't do my full routine today without Arnold.
¿Ves?
I haven't
Arnold
seen Arnold around
necesita
since
así un buen
yesterday.
Arnold.
machaca. Por eso hace eso, para calentar
He's a
glúteos.
training buddy of mine. His partner Sylvester misses him too. If you see Arnold around, let me know, will you?
Ay, se monta tríos gays,
Can't
el
miss a
jefe de
workout venue
policía.
without him.
Okay. I'll keep an
Se
eye out
monta
for
tríos
him.
gays. La pesa perdida. Ajá. Vale, esto es para hacer misiones secundarias que tiene el juego. Aquí por dónde he venido, madre mía. Y por aquí. Sala taquilla. Herramientas, aquí hay algo. Llave ardilla con la larga. Pero no es una americana. ¿Qué hay? Nada, entonces ¿para qué me hacen abrirlo si no hay nada? Cocina. Llaves ardilla gris. Bueno. Que hay varias, o sea, te voy a tener que identificarlas. Mira, pesa el yayo.
Zach, we found Arnold. Let's get him back to George. I guess it's a cute name for a dumbbell.
No, pues se lo daremos. Una pesa. Lo típico, vas y se abrías una nevera. Es una carta, un bocadillo de pavo. Por aquí no puedo entrar. A ver. ¿Y qué hay? Otra llave. Llaves ardilla con larguida. No sé cuántas llaves serán. Pues son unas 3 o 4 con otros juegos. ¡Epa! ¡Rubia!
Hi.
Ajá. Pues nada, hay que encontrarlo. Bueno, puedo entrar. Uy, planta baja. Mira, el calabozo, vamos a meter al calabozo por ir atropellando gente antes. Guapo, ven para acá. Guapo, ven. No me hacen caso. ¿Cómo puede estar una llave dentro de un calabozo? Si es una tontería dejar una llave dentro de un calabozo, si no se escaparían todos. Mira, te vas a quedar aquí encerrado por atropellar gente. Así, castigo de cara a la pared 5 minutos dentro de una cárcel. A salir ya, que si no, aburre. Aquí no hay nada que observar. Pues nada, creo que ya no hay nada más que me deje entrar. ¡Epa! 5 llaves. Joder. Como ocupa... Para no acertar. Claro que sí, saco una pipa en medio de una comisaría, chaval. Estaría guay ir a tiros con alguno. Vamos a hacer una cosa. Esto que risa no vamos a pegar. A ver si me deja disparar. Vamos a guardar. Vamos a hacer la gracia del día. Ay, no te los cargas. Y me han puesto una multa además. Qué grande, no te lo pueden matar, es una pena, molaría mucho. Y encima me han quitado dinero por amenazarlos. A ver, ¿qué pasa contigo?
You found the key.
I think so. Is this it?
You don't know your squirrels, do you? This isn't the right key holder.
Pues son todas ardillas, no podéis poner que sea una ardilla, una tortuga, un águila, no, todas ardillas.
The Siberian flying squirrel is larger than the southern flying squirrel. and has a standing tail while the southern has a hanging tail.
Toma ya, suerte con tu
But we're
vida.
looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
You sure do know a lot about squirrels.
Encuentro la llave. Es que todas parecen iguales, esta misma.
You found the key.
I hope so.
No. This is a sugar
Ardilla
glider.
petauro, pero qué
Sorry.
puta mierda es esa ardilla, tío.
The
Soy una
sugar
puta
glider
ardilla en
is a
el
small
mundo.
gliding possum.
Es la que come
It has
nueces.
shorter hair and a longer column-like tail. You can really see its muscle definition on this image, can't you?
¿Qué dice? Definición de
But we're
músculo, pues no
looking
hay
for a
definición.
southern flying squirrel right now.
Zach, can you tell these things apart?
Tercer intento. A ver, la gris.
You found the key.
Is this the one you were looking for?
No. This is a gray squirrel. Sorry, that's not the key. Nothing particularly special about the gray squirrel, I'm afraid. You can find them in the US, Canada, and in England too.
Pues muy bien. Este juego en vez de
The
enseñarte a
grey
matar
squirrel.
zombies te enseña a
What was
distinguir
I thinking?
ardillas. No pasa
But we're
nada.
looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
Encuentro la llave. ¿Cuál de ellas? Parece que es esta
You
hecho
found
un
the key.
diferente.
I hope this is the right one.
Sí. Dime que sí.
You found a Siberian chipmunk this time, have you?
Ardilla terrestre de Siberia,
Sorry.
pero no puede
Wrong
ser.
key.
A Siberian chipmunk?
This species lives in northern Japan on the island of Hokkaido. They're actually quite a popular pet.
Tremendísimo, muy
So it
común.
isn't
Una
even a
mascota
squirrel.
de ardilla.
But we're looking for
Claro.
a southern flying squirrel right now.
Que puede, tiene que ser esta por narices.
You found the key.
Como diga que no sea esta,
That's the right one?
yo lo mato.
Yes, a southern flying squirrel.
Claro
Thank
que
you
sí.
so much. I'll bring the files right in, so please go to the meeting room.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Madre mía, tiene que ser la última
Well,
llave.
Zach, we just got here and we've cracked a big case already.
La rubia
The
todo
victim's
sexy.
name was Anna Graham. Age 18, she just recently graduated from high school this year. Her dream was to move out to the city and become a model. But for the time being, she was working in the A&G diner here in town. She lived with her mother, Sally. Anna's father died in an accident in the lumber mill when she was a child. Her mother is unemployed and lives on the insurance money from her husband's accident. After
Carteles
all,
de
it's a
niños.
small
Veo mucha
town
cosa de
with a
niños en
low
este
cost of
juego. No
living.
entiendo el por qué.
Financially, they seem to get by fine, and they led normal lives.
A normal life is exactly what a curious teenager doesn't want. It's all starting to make sense, Zach.
Está muy loco este tío, de verdad. Yo no sé cómo le dejaron entrar en la policía.
City folk, huh? No, I take that back. All of them can't be as bad as him, and some should have better manners.
Huh. This is a good biscuit. I've never tasted a biscuit this delicious.
Están dando de un caso y se van a comer galletas.
Where in
claro
town
que
can
sí.
I get these?
Well, actually, I baked them myself.
Solo que este es el malo, porque
That's
ahora como...
amazing.
¿sí?
What are you doing in law enforcement? I'm very particular about biscuits, I'll have you know. The balance of milk and butter you've achieved here. Oh, my.
Agent Morgan, the autopsy's ready. You are welcome to accompany me to the Greenvale General Hospital. Emily, you come too. Thomas, stay here and tidy up these files.
Yes, sir.
We're going to use the car outside. Let's get going. You might think this is just a small-town police investigation, but our inspections are thorough and solid.
Además, si es pequeño tenéis tiempo para hacerlo. Si fuera una gran ciudad, pues no tendréis tiempo. A 20 minutos buscando llaves, ¿sabes? De la última vez, madre mía. Tengo $2000 en realidad. Toma. Guardarse. Eso es un bocadillo de pavo de lagrimilla.
The Greenvale General Hospital is down the road by the lake. It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm riding in a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
What are you talking about? You don't even know how to get there.
Which is another good reason for me to drive, George. I need to learn my way around town.
Qué morro tienes, colega.
Man.
Está desafiando a Machete.
Very well. Then I'll ride with you. I want to keep an eye on you.
Fair enough.
Just one thing, Agent Morgan. Your involvement in this case is limited. That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
George, we'd better get moving. The hospital closes at 2100.
Tiene mucha fijación con las horas en este juego. Puedo coger varios coches. Todoterreno... Voy a coger todoterreno, ¿qué coño? Me doy cuenta que lleva como chubasquero.
Agent Morgan, get us there quickly, but drive within the speed limit. Just because you have a badge doesn't mean you can drive like a maniac.
George, what are you, his mother?
We just need to get the autopsy results.
Agent York isn't accustomed to the town yet. Give him a little slack.
La rubia quiere tema con el prota.
Well then, Agent York, let's get going.
Sure, sounds good.
Toma ya, toñazo que se ha llevado. Estoy intentando darnos ningún golpe. Aquí sí.
Agent Morgan, I can't help noticing you prefer to
Ok, sin
work alone.
salida.
Most
Qué
of the
bien.
time, yes.
Don't you get lonely, flying all over the country alone?
I must say I've never felt lonely.
Are you
Yo me
married?
sin salida, vaya pueblo.
Unfortunately, relationships and I are fleeting strangers. I don't get on very well with women, you might be surprised to hear.
That's because you're young. You notice things like that at my age. You have to
Madre
treat
mía.
women carefully, like a thin crystal wine glass. If you don't, they can cut scars on your face, just like yours, right?
George, is this an interrogation? I see you're a seasoned professional. But let's not talk about my scar. It was caused by a...
Pues por aquí, madre mía. ¿Cómo se
Well,
llega
she
al
got you
hospital?
good. Terribly good.
It'll fade away, and nobody will notice it in a week.
A
Madre
week?
mía, todo terreno.
It's not that light of a wound.
So, Emily, tell me, is there
Tú ya
really
solo
a
trabajas,
need for a
Emily, te está
full-time
diciendo.
sheriff in a small town like this?
I'm sure it is small to your city eyes, but any gathering of people leads
¿Cómo se
to all
llama?
kinds of problems. Fights, runaways, stray pets.
You're too fixated on violent crimes. Our job is to guide the people along the correct path, first and foremost. Now, that's what I consider to be my duty as the sheriff of Greenvale.
Zach, there he is, the monarch, in all his glory. Kind of makes me glad that I wasn't born here.
Did you say
Ah,
something?
mira, por
Agent
aquí puedo
Morgan?
salir.
No, nothing, George. I was just reflecting on a little history.
Well, we're in the middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
Okay, which right now is driving.
O debería poder salir. Es que no sé cómo se va al hospital. Madre mía. Si voy por aquí llego. Pues nada, pues por aquí ya está. Pero iremos al hospital y pararemos porque si no se va a hacer muy largo. Y si se hace pesado no le gusta a nadie. Y menos a mí, así que... Mira cómo se va el coche, es una pasada, Tum, tum, tum. Eso no, pero es más grande. Dice, no te saltes el límite de velocidad, ¿sabes? Voy a casi 180 km por hora. Y no me está diciendo nada. Ya estoy por el parking. Me da igual la carretera. Soy un polígono, de los cojones. Y aquí a la derecha. Vaya. Porque con unos fogonazos el...
Well, we're in the middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
He's right, Agent York. You still don't know your way around.
Allá por aquí.
Concentrate on driving us to the hospital.
Oh, Zach, we're here. Let's continue our chat later.
Si no estás hablando con él, estás hablando con los otros dos. Hospital de Greenville.
That's a
Ay,
pretty
vas
big
con
hospital.
chubasquero.
I guess they wanted to be ready for town-wide food poisoning?
No, it's another leftover from the town's prosperous slumber days. Hard to imagine now, though, isn't it?
My mother always talked about how energetic this town used to be. Almost
Tu
like a
madre,
gold
como es
rush,
un
she
pterodáctilo,
used to
un
say.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, lo vieja que debe ser, tío.
But the hotter the fever, the faster it cools. And so now there's hardly anyone left to use this place.
It pains me to watch my hometown lose so many citizens. Beyond your understanding, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sorry to say that it is.
Indeed. And that's why this case is our problem. There really isn't any need for you to get too involved.
Que vais a llegar a entrometerse. Que le has matado a tu viejo. Y la rubia le pone ojitos. La rubia quiere tema. Eso no es bacon. Tío, no sé ni traducirlo este juego.
Hello, Sheriff.
Madre mía, qué mujer más fea.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here to see Usha. Do you know where he is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
A computer room? In a hospital?
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne.
Esa es una obsesa.
Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get exaggerated
Se quiere
as
comer
they
el pueblo, me
spread,
ha dicho. Bueno.
even in the countryside.
What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
You haven't heard of this yet? It's a recent bestseller mystery. It's set in the US, a small traditional North American town close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime, the murder of a local girl. And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking alive. Yes, much like the situation right now here in Greenvale.
El asesino sigue el
Don't say
libro.
that.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. With Anna dead and all.
Don't worry. Books are written to entertain, and it's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world. Much different from
Dice
that
que
of
es
a
el mundo
novel.
real cuando hablas con tu propia
So no
cabeza,
need to
pedazo de
apologize.
gilipollas.
Thank you, Agent York.
Lo vamos a guardar y vamos a acabar aquí. Muchas gracias por verlo. Dadle a me gusta, compartirlo y suscribiros en cuando podáis. Y lo dejamos hasta aquí. Hasta la próxima.